Hello and welcome to Carol's Kitchen. My name is Carol May and I'm a disruptive health coach. I work with midlife women who are sick of dieting repeatedly and long for freedom around food, yet also want to be slim and full of energy. My business is called All Shapes and Sizes Solutions, and I don't teach dieting. If you like these recipes, please do subscribe and please share. The more the merrier. I also have a Facebook group called Carol's Kitchen. Feel free to come and join us, where there's a very active community sharing recipes and talking about food. Now today I'm using broad beans and peas along with some halloumi and some grated parmesan to make some fritters. Now I've previously used courgettes, here we go, courgettes, to do the same recipe. So let's hope that this one works out just as well. So what I've already done is cook up some peas and some broad beans. Still dripping a bit. All right, peas and broad beans. Now these are tiny broad beans. If you have much bigger broad beans or broad beans from your garden, when you cook them, please take the skins off because they're tough. But these are little baby broad beans, so that's not the case. So what I'm going to do first is puree up half of the beans and the peas with an egg. At the moment, eggs are in short supply, so I'm playing with the recipe a little bit to reduce the amount of egg and also reduce the amount of flour that's in it, so that it's not so carbohydratey. So what I'm going to do first is break the egg in with the cooked vegetables. And then I'm going to whiz this around. Now, okay. And you end up with mush in there. Now, if you have a food processor, you can do this whole process in the processor. But I don't have one of those at the moment, because I live in a very tiny space. So I'm going to scoop all this out, put that in there, and then I'm going to add the rest of the whole beans and peas. And just stir it around to get everything incorporated before I add the cheese. Just to make sure that the flour, and I've used spelt flour here. Spelt is one of the old wheats. It's one of the original wheats. It's a sort of wheat that my father-in-law used to grow, and his father before him, which had long stalks and very short ears. Modern wheats have very short stalks and very long ears, needless to say. Right, so we then add some chopped halloumi, and that's about half a pack. And then just an ounce of finely grated parmesan. I keep my parmesan in the freezer. I grate up a whole block at once. And then it's available to use straight from the freezer. Right. Now you can, at this stage, and it is quite a stiff mixture, add some lemon rind. Yes, you can grate it on a grater if you want to, but I use this little tool because it's quick and it's easy, and I can easily get the rind off without taking the pith with it. So that's that. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of lemon juice to this, just to slacken the mixture slightly. So I'm going to add I'm going to juice from half the lemon to start with. And see how it goes. So let's just mix that up. Okay. Yep, that's nice, that's sticky, that's fine. I'll use the other bit of lemon juice in my gin and tonic later. Right, now this mixture is now ready to be fried off in a frying pan. We just put spoonfuls, so you want to do a spoonful of about that size into the frying pan in some oil. I use local organic rapeseed oil. You can use anything that you have to hand, to be honest. Coconut oil is also really good. And you want to fry these off as little patties. 2 minutes each side. So these are the finished fritters. I actually made 10 from this mixture. As you can see, they're nice and brown. They're also really green. Let me just break one in half. Let me just show you. So they're really green, obviously, inside. And then these I made earlier from courgettes, completely different colour. And they are, yeah, much more neutral inside. Now, if you're going to use courgettes, you want to use 2 large ones, so 2 this kind of size, and grate them into a tea towel. So you grate them into a tea towel. You can see this is the one I used, and you grate them into the tea towel, and then you scoop up all the corners over the sink, and you squeeze and you squeeze and you squeeze until every drop of liquid comes out, because you don't want liquid fritters at all. Now you can, with these, you can make them ahead of time. You can make them and cook them, and then you can put them onto a baking sheet and warm them up in the oven. You can also freeze them. So it's worth it, while you're actually making up a batch, is to make up a big batch and then freeze some, and then you haven't got the faff on another day. So what would you serve it with? I would serve this with a salad. It's really hot weather here at the moment. You could also make a dressing with some creme fraiche, maybe put some more lemon in it, or maybe some herbs. So you could put some mint, if you've got mint in the garden, which I always used to have. Then you could add mint to the mixture, but you could also add mint to the creme fraiche. So you can make, you know, a sauce if you like. And or you can serve them warm with vegetables. It's entirely up to you. So those are my various vegetable fritters with halloumi cheese and some parmesan. So that's the important thing. So those are my fritters. What are going to be yours? So I would love to see what you're going to come up with. There's lots of different flavours you could make. Come over into the group, into my Facebook group called Carol's Kitchen. Come and join us and share your recipes. So this is Carol May. I'm a disruptive health coach. My business is All Shapes and Sizes Solutions. And I would very much love you to subscribe to this channel and share. If you could do that for me, that would be absolutely wonderful. And I will see you next time I'm in Carol's kitchen.